Welcome back to the channel. It's Gil. Welcome to Flaming Tomato Aviation. And a loud ass probably driving by. So I know I said my next video would be a flight video. Well, I have some flight footage. My in-flight cable was hooked up incorrectly. I don't know how I screwed that one up, but I managed to. So there's no audio. Some good video though. So when I get home, as you can see, I'm not even home. I'll get that posted up. But in the meantime, I want to touch base on something that a good friend of mine, Justin over at Mustache Flyer, he posted up about setbacks when pursuing goals and dreams and how to, I guess, overcome them in a sense. So I figured if he can be open about that type of stuff, why can't I be open about it? So I'd like to touch base and kind of talk about my own personal setbacks when it comes to pursuing my dreams of becoming a pilot. My flight training's been going good, and then I get a phone call, hey, need you for work. So when I'm not training to be a private pilot, I am a canine handler. Whiskey, come here, mama, come on. Yes, good girl. So this is one of my dogs, Whiskey. She is a 8-month-old German Shepherd Belgian Malinois mix. Look at it. She's training to be an explosive detection canine. I currently have a DoD certified bomb dog and a DoD certified narcotics canine, which is why I'm up here in New York at the United States Military Academy at West Point. I work up here hand in hand with the military police and Department of Emergency Services. But that being said, let's get into the overall topic of the video. Setbacks when pursuing dreams. So it's been my dream since I was about 6 years old to be a pilot. First time I sat in the cockpit of an AH-64 attack helicopter. My father, my father passed away about 10.5 years ago now. He was a career Army warrant officer. He started off flying AH-1 Cobras and then flew AH-64 Apache attack helicopters for the remainder of his career. First time I sat in the cockpit, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a pilot. Well, when I graduated high school, I didn't want to go to school anymore. I just wanted to go out and be on my own. So what did I do? I enlisted in the Marine Corps. I spent 14 years in the Marine Corps as an enlisted member. I got out as a staff sergeant. I started the process when I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, to transfer to the Army to be an Army warrant officer as a rotary wing aviator. I figured that was my passion, that was my dream. I'm in a position now, I can chase it and I can do it. Well, at this point in my career, I was already married and I had a young son. And lo and behold, found out we were expecting another. Great news. Well, I put all my dreams on hold. I didn't quit them, I didn't drop them, but I put them on hold to make sure that my family was taken care of, because it was discovered that my daughter had a spinal defect called a myeliomeningocele, and she was diagnosed with spina bifida, which, by the way, she's now 10 years old and she's doing great. She's still my little fire-breathing princess. But I put everything on hold to make sure that my daughter was well taken care of and my family was stable and everything was good. So fast forward a couple years, I'm stationed in California at this point, and I said, you know what, I'm in a position now I can pick it all back up. So I went and had laser eye surgery to correct a visual defect in my eyes so I could get the vision to become a pilot. Surgery went well, recovery went well, did all the process to become, all the paperwork and all the interviews and letters of recommendation, everything that I needed to have done as a Marine to transfer to the Army. Basically, once everything would have gone through, it's the Marine Corps saying, okay, we're going to let you out of your current contract to go serve in the Army as a warrant officer. Well, day of judgment came down, and I had been on active duty for too long to be accepted into the warrant officer program for the Army. What that basically means is that I was not a sound financial investment in the Army due to the time I had already been on active duty. After the training pipeline and getting to an operational unit, I probably could have retired about 4 or 5 years after that. So they dump millions of dollars into their aviators, training them to be the best rotary wing pilots in the world. And that was actually told to me by a United States Marine Corps major. He was an F-18 pilot, He was our ground liaison officer in Iraq. And he said he didn't want any medevac pilots coming in to save him if he was shot unless they were a U.S. Army warrant officer. This is because that's what they do. They fly, and they will fly the rotors off those birds to save your ass. So, I'm not saying that my dream was crushed. I was definitely crushed that I wasn't going to become a helicopter pilot. So, fast forward a couple years, I'm out of the Marine Corps. My buddies probably gave me the most expensive birthday gift anybody could ever give me. They got me a discovery flight at our local regional airport with the flight school, where I flew a Cessna 172 for the first time, where I was at the controls for about an hour. And that's it. The bug bit me. And from that point forward, so that was back in January of 2023, and it is now August. I started, my first actual training flight was July 30th of 2023. So about 7 months I spent figuring out how I was going to fund my flight training, because I knew that is something that I wanted. I wanted to be a private pilot. I wanted to fly helicopter, or fly. Whether it's helicopters, planes, doesn't matter. I wanted to fly. I guess the message that I'm going for here is don't give up. I've hit numerous setbacks on my path to being a pilot, and I like to think that I've overcome them with a little bit of humility and grace. But if you really want something, you've got to fight for it. Your dreams are just dreams until you make them a reality. That's something that Justin has told me time and time again when I'd see him building his plane, learning to fly it, learning how to do the STOL competitions, the short takeoff and landings, where these guys are, some of the crazy individuals that are landing a plane in the span of 25 feet and taking off in even less, right? I'd comment on his videos, I'd like them, like, dude, that's amazing, everything along those lines. And he kept pushing me and egging me on. He's like, dude, stop dreaming about being a pilot and just go do it. Go be a pilot. So, Justin, thank you for you constantly encouraging me. And, thanks for being honest with, the world. I mean, once you put a video on YouTube, it's out there for the world to see, man. But I know you make your videos mainly for the aviation community. But when it boils down to it, you're making them for the world, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you, and I appreciate how much of an influence you've been on getting me to where I'm at now, where, I'm... Whiskey, come on, boop, boop. She's 8 months, she's scatterbrained. Whiskey, come on, go get it. Got to keep her in check. So, in closing, like I said, your dreams are only your dreams until you go out and make them reality. No one's going to do it for you. You have to make things happen. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's a little bit of a backstory on me and what I do. So thanks. And like I said, when I get home, I've got some flight footage that I'm going to put up. And thanks again. Just follow your dreams, chase your dreams, and make your dreams become a reality. And because who doesn't want a little be-real footage of the puppy? She's quite the jumper.